keep constantly playing. So that's my first rule. And buy at least one ticket every week. Do not miss a week. Because if you look back and you say like, oh, that was my numbers, but I didn't buy last week.
Hello there again, viewers. I'm Vince Ang. I'm the General Manager of the Filipino Times, and here we are again for another episode of All Millionaire Podcast. And of course, with me, the CEO of All Millionaire, Ralph Martin, to discuss about the best practices of winning in lottery. Yes, Martin.
Hello, Vince. How are you doing?
I'm good. So I'm really excited about this episode because I think this is my chance to win All Millionaire.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, after my advice, everybody's winning. Okay. That's of course it's just a joke because we are talking about lotteries, right? Lotteries are always a game of chance with odds, and you have to understand that not every lottery ticket is winning. You can let's say you can do some things, like where you have the opportunity to win, let's say not more likely, but maybe bigger
chances.
That's the thing. So my advice, of course, actually my first advice is buy a ticket. Yeah, that's
that down.
Our host Maradona in the show, like when he's doing the live draw, by the way, on Thursdays, he's always saying like you can't win if you don't buy.
That's true.
And, like a lot of people saying like, I don't win the lottery. Yeah, did you buy a ticket? Oh, no, I didn't. So, what to say, right? That's very interesting if people are complaining and say like, I never win. Try it. A lottery ticket is not as much money, right?
And plus you're donating for a good cause.
And it's for a good cause as well, right? And the thing is, and that's my first advice, set a budget.
Okay.
So set a budget. Don't spend too much money on lotteries and do not spend money on gambling in general. But if you're saying like, oh, I want to spend like 25 dirhams or 50 or 100 dirhams a week, then you know exactly it fits maybe in your budget planning for the months. And you can easily get along with it. Buy one ticket at least. If you don't buy a ticket, you have no chance, of course. Okay, buy one. Now, you want to have more chances to win?
Of course.
Buy two tickets.
I like that.
Right?
More chances of winning.
Of course. If you buy more tickets, you have more chances to win.
That's true.
I want to tell you that the chances of winning the lottery, and no matter if it's like one of these draws or raffle draws, the chances are always in the millions. But it does not matter because eventually you are the one, right? And we are talking about big money you can win. We are not talking about the small money, because small money you win very easily in all the lotteries. We have like different price tiers, of course, but you are playing for the big money, for the jackpot. So the thing is, now looking at this, I can easily convince you to buy more tickets because I'm saying like, let's say, for example, for a lottery like a Millionaire, the chances are around about one out of 36 million. Okay, sounds bad. Is not as bad as it sounds, by the way. If you look at the big lotteries, like the Powerball, for example, in the US, the chances are 1 out of 200, more than 200 million.
Wow.
And so the UK lottery is 1 out of 45 million. The German lotto is 1 out of 139 million. So, we are talking about very big numbers, let's say, when it comes to the probabilities, right? So, but if you buy two tickets, now being math, I would say like, hey, you know what? Your chances are, because you have 2 times the chance, right, are going down to 1.18 million, because instead of 1 out of 36 million. And if you buy 4 or 10 or whatever, it goes down. Like math-wise, I would say like, oh, your chances when you buy 10 tickets is going to 1 out of 3.6 million.
Closer to winning.
Doesn't sound that bad, right? Yes, when you look at the financial issue, but if you look in the probabilities in general, each ticket has a chance only 1 out of 36 million.
Okay.
Now, again, I love, of course, when people get like more chances and they can afford like more tickets, and obviously people buying more tickets because now again they can afford it, or they have the budget, let's say, for it. But then, like if you're winning, there are certain rules you should keep up.
Okay.
Okay. Now again, my advice: choose the numbers randomly. Choose random numbers, because what you need is you need to choose numbers that are not very common.
Okay.
If you're winning the jackpot and you have like a very common numbers, let's say like a certain date
Birthdays.
or birthdays,
Yeah.
then you might have like to share with a lot of other winners.
That is true.
So you're not winning the 100 million anymore. Maybe you're just winning like 10
A fraction
million.
of it.
Yeah. Even 10 million dirhams is still a lot of money, right? But
But of course, you want to win it all.
yeah. So and that's why random numbers are very makes it more unlikely you have a number somebody else choose. And you can choose numbers that are not likely to choose. Like for example, if you mentioned the birth dates, so you're choosing numbers basically from
1 to 12, probably.
to 12, or 1 to 30
31.
or 31, right? But maybe if you go beyond and you choose like a couple of numbers, like let's say 37 and a 41, let's say, then it's more likely nobody else is sharing with you. So random makes it easier, and looking that even in the random numbers, there are numbers that are not likely to happen.
Okay.
So that makes sure you get the whole amount. And
Not
you
to
don't
share
have
with
to
anyone.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So, and then when it comes to probabilities, again, from the point of math, like being, like dealing with the numbers, stay with your numbers. I always say that. I mean, stay with the numbers. I mean, there are, besides, it's after a while you remember it. You don't have to look it up all the time. I mean, if you hear the
Easily.
winning numbers, you know right away if you won or not. But staying with the numbers means if the numbers are not coming this week, it's more likely that they're coming next week, and more likely even if it comes the week after. So again, we are talking very, very, very low odds. But it changes it. In the long run, it would change it. If we have millions and millions
Eventually.
of draws, like at a certain point, your numbers are coming up. So, I mean, each time it's not coming, you should start playing again, because, I mean, I'm
You're
getting
one
closer
step
to my
closer.
numbers, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it makes, it makes
Makes
your
a lot
life
of
easier.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. And you're right. When you memorize your number, it's easy for you to buy tickets quickly. You'll be able to really identify whether you win something or not. Probably part of the winnings or something. What else can you share with us?
The main thing is like that people, like think like they have to win every time. I would say that's and if you are looking then in the lotteries, in all the lotteries, we have price tiers. That means like you can win even like it's likely to have like every whatever 10th draw, let's say. I mean, if you're playing on a regular basis, you have like a small winning already, and this shows you're if especially when we are talking about a millionaire, you can win already with 3 correct numbers, right? So that's only one number away from the next big winning, and then it's one number away from the next big winning, and then it's one number away. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's very close already when you have like the 5, let's say 5 correct numbers to even get close to the. It's just 2 numbers, right?
Yeah.
2 numbers to win. So very simple. So very easy. Sounds easy, of course.
Sounds easy.
But like the thing is, don't give up. We have people playing the lottery for 40 years, doing this for so many times, and in a certain day they just win, and then we have people that win, like we had this in another podcast, by the way. They are winning like 2 years in a row.
That's true.
Yeah, so it
That's true.
happens. You
And
never know.
sometimes it's not the not just the main prize. Sometimes there are consolation prize,
Yeah,
right? That you get to win. You get to have additional budget to buy more tickets,
yeah.
more chances of winning.
And if you know, like some people say like, oh, I don't have the money for buying a ticket with us with our millionaire, which a ticket is only like 25 dirhams, which is considered to be kind of cheap in the area, especially in this area here, where most tickets are more expensive when it comes to this. And we have like one big draw or lottery here. This is called Big Ticket, by the way, very well established from Abu Dhabi. And the interesting thing is like, I mean, the ticket price is around about today, I think like 500 dirhams. So obviously our ticket is fairly cheap to this, but if you cannot afford it, build a pool.
True.
And that's another thing. I mean, get some friends together, like, I mean, if you have like 5 friends or 4 friends and you, then just share one ticket. So it's every week, it's only 5 dirhams per person.
That's true.
And that is affordable for everybody. I mean, I'm quite sure if you look on the metro stations, you find 5 dirhams on the ground like in a week time.
Well, I've heard this concept of people sharing a ticket, but I think you just really have to make sure that everybody pays up front.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, don't do it on credit. Yeah, but that's a nice concept. And then you have like a kind of group of people, and I've heard, for example, stories where people had like this group of people, and then like every week somebody else was buying the ticket, right? And then some people just forgot to buy the ticket, and they had the winning numbers.
Oh my God.
And it like
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, and then I mean that is really, I mean, where you see if you have friends or not, because I mean I mean, if you're saying like, oh, we just won like $10 million dollars, like, but he forgot to pay for the ticket or to hand in the ticket or give it to the kiosk. Oh my God, I mean that's bad luck.
That's bad luck.
But anyways, it's a nice thing. I mean, it's a social thing even.
It's
like if you buy a ticket with friends, right?
True.
And if you share, I mean, again, considering a millionaire, which the top prize is like 200 million if you double the jackpot, right? It's right now it stands at 200 million dirhams. If you share with 5 friends, seriously, 40 million dirhams, $10 million.
Big money.
What to do with it?
True. And you know what's good about it? Because if you win alone, you have to share with your friends. This time, everyone's winning.
Yeah.
True. So what else have you heard? Like something quirky probably or interesting that others are doing to increase their chances of winning?
To be honest, I mean, that you cannot increase your chance of winning. I mean, that's why a lottery, a real nice lottery is supposed to have. I mean, in our case, for example, we have auditors to supervise the draw, for example, so nobody can manipulate this. And this is the beauty about this. Everybody has the same chance, no matter if you're rich or poor, or, like no matter what kind of beliefs you have or whatever it is, or what kind of color of hair, or if you're wearing glasses or not. I mean, it does not matter. Everybody has the same chance. And if you watch the live draw, like you can sit there, and it does not matter. By the way, it does not matter if somebody else is winning, because you want to win.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, if I'm happy if we don't have a winner this week, because then I have the chance to win next week.
True. That is true.
But if you are winning, then the jackpot is going down and starts from fresh again. And then I'm
you
like,
still get to
oh
win
my
a big
God.
money.
Yeah. But if you know another person was winning, what does it good for you? I mean, even if you tell me you are winning, and or if you read it in the newspaper, let's say, like there's a winner, oh, it's nice for him, but it's not good for me, right? So I would say, first thing is like, keep constantly playing. So that's my first rule. And buy at least one ticket every week. Do not miss a week. Because if you look back and you say like, oh, that was my numbers, but I didn't buy last week. I mean, you can never forgive yourself. And don't tell your wife, because she's not forgiving you either. Right?
She's not going to be happy.
No. So play the same numbers and look that you are having numbers that are not common, so you don't have to share if you're winning.
Mhm.
These are, I would say, like my 3 advices. And
Well-
then you are on the best way to be a millionaire very soon, or
Well,
hopefully soon.
well, thank you for that. So again, after this episode, I'll start listing my friends who I want to share my winnings with. Set my budget, set my numbers, not just my birthday, but random numbers,
Yes.
right? And of course, buy a ticket or more. So again, see you guys on the next episode of Oh Millionaire Podcast.
Thank you,
Bye.
Vince. Bye, everybody.